Hey everybody, this is Fraser O'Leary, and we are coming up, I guess, on our fourth episode of Good Morning Fort Hunt, Friday edition. So this week, very eventful, at least on my end. I had interviews with some great neighbors, Nancy Fondriest, talking about how to get in the right mindset. She's from Stratford Landing, and I talked to Sean Woods of Chiropractic Associates, Waynewood neighbor. We also kicked off the little free library Best Block Challenge in earnest. Hopefully some of you, specifically in Holland Hall and Waynewood, are getting your invitations for how you can participate. And remember, our goal is to try to get y'all plugged in. And one of the things is kind of leads into that conversation about what I've been doing with our neighbors is I really think there's a lot of knowledge and expertise and experience out in our community to share. And so I would like to encourage you to think about what could you share? What is something that you might be able to teach or kind of like our guests this week did. They talked about something that they do for a living. And I would love to talk to you, whether you're an astronaut or whether you're a politician or whether you're a journalist or whether you're a carpenter or whether you're a doctor. Those would all be great topics for you to talk about. And whether you want to get on a interview with me or whether you just want to turn on a recorder like this and share, I call it the 4-minute faculty, right? Maybe you could just be a faculty member for Fort Hunt University and spend 4 minutes teaching a topic. If you need ideas or if you're interested in advice about how to do it, feel free to reach out to me. I look forward to either interviewing or showcasing you on a future Good Morning Fort Hunt. And now let's get into what I did this week in terms of talking to some of our neighbors and some of the talent in our neighborhood.
A lot of people, as you and I were talking about, come up with these New Year's resolutions. And then sadly, as we all know, a lot of people don't really get progress on that. They don't move forward. So I like approaching it a little bit differently with my clients. And one of the things I love to do at the start of a year is talk about this idea of a word of the year. So it's a theme. It's a way to give you a focus. And you might say, well, why do I want a word? What's that really going to do for me? It helps guide your decisions. It can move you toward what you want in the year. Like I said, this overall theme, it can make you more mindful, intentional, and it's like a compass that's going to direct you.
And so how do you, give me a little glimpse, like how would I decide on a word for the year, and then how do I keep that as my compass as opposed to just sort of slipping underneath the pile of other things?
Okay, great question. So let me take you through the quick 5 steps, 5 simple steps on how you choose the word. The first thing you're going to do is reflect. And you're going to ask yourself, what could I use more of in my life? What could I use more of? Or what could I use less of? And you're going to think about maybe what characteristics you want. So that's step 1. You're going to reflect. Ask yourself those questions. Number 2, you're going to visualize. Now you're going to say, okay, what would a perfect day look like for me this year? What do I want to center me when I get up in the morning? What's going to kind of anchor me in the morning? What's going to carry me through the day? And what's going to feel good when I go to sleep that night? What's that thought? What's that word? What's that feeling? So you're going to reflect. You're going to visualize. Then you're going to try to create a list. And I would recommend people just Google word of the year. You're going to see a lot of lists come up. And often for all of us.
And I say each one of those sections I could write a whole book about. I could write a book about each one, but what's funny is they all come back to the same problem. Physically, does your gallbladder work? Do you make healthy bile? Does your digestive system work? If it does not work, you're going to have all types of aches and pains. And as a chiropractor, I don't want to be one of those guys like, oh, you just got to go see the chiropractor all the time.
Yeah.
They don't really fix things. They just try to fix things. It's like, no, you don't understand. When tissues are healthy, you can heal people very quickly. Chiropractic was discovered in 1890s, and it was a much more powerful art then than it is now because people are much sicker. So when a body comes into my office and it's filled with all types of junk in a sense, you can't just adjust that out and expect miracles. In acute situations, I have miracles all the time in my office. But when you have chronic conditions, You can't just adjust them away. It does not happen. And that's probably the reason why I got into nutrition. Because I was like, wait a minute, why did this person heal so fast? And then this person, they keep coming back with the same problem. And as I started to understand acupuncture, I understand the fascial system, and I basically took a three-dimensional look at the body. And when you start fixing organs, chronic conditions went away and never came back. You actually physically healed something.
Hey everybody, my name is Fraser O'Leary. I'm a neighbor here in Fort Hunt. I live in Holland Hall, and I wanted to invite you to become a member of the Fort Hunt University faculty in 2021. And what that means is that you need to think about what you know, what you can do, what you'd like to share or what you're interested in, and to do something like what I'm doing right now. Is to just create a short video where you talk about a topic, or you demonstrate a skill, or you tell a story, or you speak a language, whatever it is that you can do. I want you to consider sharing something like this, and I'm going to make you a faculty member at Fort Hunt University, and your mini course, your little video, will become a mini course at Fort Hunt University that people can take and add to their Fort Hunt University transcripts. And we will put you proudly on our faculty list, and you can connect with other faculty at the faculty lounge. And we will be continuing to make progress on Fort Hunt being a community that teaches the world and lights the world with knowledge and sharing your gifts. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what we have in our community. Please think creatively about what you can do, and don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. If you created a 3-minute video that explains something, you'll be delighted you did, and I guarantee your neighbors will be delighted to learn from you. So I'm not sure if you can see that, but one of the things that I want for you to keep in your mind, if you know of somebody, maybe a younger person who is looking to buy their first house, that most of the time they are going to have the opportunity to get a loan that has a required down payment of not more than 3%. Okay, they can put more down, and sometimes it's a good idea to put more down, but you're probably going to be able to get into a loan with 3%. Now, if you live in Virginia, there's also down payment assistance programs that can grant you 2.5% of the purchase price. So if you really think about it, it's 97% of the loan is with a loan, and then 2.5% of the purchase price. So you can get into a house with very, very little money down, as long as you meet certain criteria. So one big thing I want to encourage you, we've got some amazing talent in Fort Hunt, whether those are our kids or whether those are our adults. So if you are, or if you know of an incredibly talented neighbor, then I encourage you to either encourage them to send me a video of their performance, a short video of their performance that we can play at the end of Good Morning Fort Hunt, or you can just send it in, okay? Send it in with their name. But we will do our best to spotlight young talent. We've got an incredible reservoir for every week, because we have about 168 students who performed in Piano Lab's recital, and I'm happy to share those with you. In fact, I may even have a video of one of my performances to dazzle you with it. But we'd love to mix it up a little bit. It doesn't all have to be piano. So if you know of somebody who's got some talent to share, please send me the video, and we will add it to our Good Morning Fort Hunt talent rotation.